Nice. You're not getting any more crits today.
Yeah. So that was the first one was me rolling because I was feeding Ozzy some of the potion.
Okay.
You know that special one we got.
Mhm.
And then the second one was me doing it to myself.
Nice.
I made him feed me because I wasn't risking the roll.
Fair enough.
Yeah, he was scared to roll, so I was like, I'll force feed you like a child. And also because I got 2 10s, it didn't get any smaller.
You got 2 10s? I only see 1 10.
Good 9 and a 10.
One on mine, one on Ozzy's. Oh no, sorry, I got 9, then I got 10. Sorry.
Oh, yeah,
Fair.
sorry. The Callum's thing was in the middle.
Yeah, ignore that.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
Cool. So you guys can, what do you want to do? Anything you want to do around here?
I want to buy
Well,
a
I kinda
health
wanna-
potion.
You want to buy a what?
Health potion, because I wasted mine.
Yeah, no one sells health potions here.
If you need, I have
Useless cunts.
some healing stored up in my ring.
Ash, don't forget, I've also got 8 more health potions worth of health potion in my flask.
It only gets
So-
3 uses a day?
Oh right, that's why I had it on 3.
So you got
No,
one spare.
I confused. Okay, we have 1 spare.
It's alright, it is nighttime, so it's fine.
No, I confused myself because with the flask size, I was thinking that was also the amount of drinks you got out of it. So I was like, why do I have it at 3? But no, it's because it only gets 3 uses a day.
Yeah.
I am full.
Cool. So Ash is off talking to one of the twins to see what she can get. He's like, I'm sorry, I don't have any healing potions. They quite a commodity to come across in the travels.
Fair enough.
So do you know what happened to Nicodranus?
Oh, Nicodranus, right. I'd say a couple of nights back, the Empire came through the gorge and, well, they kind of run Nicodranus now.
Nice.
I'm not going back. Is there somewhere we can rest?
Yes, there's spare tents on the that you can use. Just pick one out, and I'm sure it'll be fine. We usually works out pretty well. We usually have about 4 free tents a night because there's people on watch.
Cool. Thank you.
Hey Josh, do you want to talk to the blacksmith?
First, I want to talk to the blacksmith. Point me at
Figured
it.
you would. He's the guy standing next to the anvil.
Oh, that's a fucking anvil?
Yeah, zoom in on it.
Oh, okay, yeah. Even zooming in, like I had to zoom in pretty far for that to look like an anvil.
Yeah, the map size it was a bit hard.
My dude.
Hello.
Hi.
How can I help you today?
I'm not actually sure.
I see. Well, if you need anything, I'll be here.
I know there was something I needed, but I'm trying to remember what it was. I had a plan.
Well, I don't plan on going anywhere, so if you need me, I'll be here. He just
I feel
like
I'm
looks
just-
at you
I feel like
as
I'm
you're
just
staring
staring
into
like
deep
this.
space. He's just gonna like go back to his anvil and start hitting things. Like he's not doing anything. He's just looking busy.
Yeah, he's just like, okay. Basically, I have no fucking clue what I wanted to do.
Well, Iris is clearly just sitting around the fire having a good time.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have
Oz,
anything for sale?
I mean, of course,
What you got?
swords, shields, some armor. What do you need?
You got anything special?
I mean, I can have a look around, but I generally make everything myself, and what I do have is some stuff off some corpses, if that interests you.
I'm okay with corpse stuff. Ozzy's character's nyum at the sound of corpses.
I tell you what, come back a little bit later. I'll shovel through my wares and see what I can find.
I'll hold you to that.
What in particular do you feel like you might be after? I don't want to waste your time or mine, so, you know, if you have an idea of what you want, let me know.
I mean, I've always been keen on having a good helmet.
A good helmet, you say?
Yeah, a good helmet.
I'll have a look. And he looks over at it. And for your friend?
I like the guy that just goes on an angle. Like, I don't imagine as the guy turning to him. I literally just imagine his head just cocking to the side like a cocker spaniel.
Yeah, he's working over the anvil, well, looking busy over the anvil, and you.
Hey, you do you, man. No, I don't know. Just kind of interested. See what you got.
All right, well, I generally have in the tents filled with a whole bunch of stuff that we find, left odd corpses in some wagons of assaulted Empire wagons. So leave it with me. I'll look into it when I'm done here.
Easy.
And as that's happening, you kind of notice some people leaving the tent. And Elaine comes out and talks to Corin. And as you guys are just kind of doing your thing, the human just yells out, "Oi, adventurers!
Yo.
Hi.
Come
you
meet
want?
Elaine. 1, 2, wait, lady."
I'm getting. I
Other
wobbly
lady.
walk over.
There's only one lady in this group, and it's Oz.
1, 2, 3. Yep, that's all of them. Yeah, and he
That's my
wanders
gosh.
off to just start cooking.
What's he making?
And Cory looks over and these are the adventurers we found, Elaine. I thought, given where they're from and well, look at them, I thought they might be of interest to you. And she just kind of
So
stands back,
radically handsome.
and Elaine just looks out and goes, "And who are you?"
I'm Jargrax.
I can.
I can, okay.
Daya.
Nice to meet you, Dea.
I'm Iris. My
Pleasure.
parents had a terrible sense of humor.
Well, we don't get to choose our parents now, do we?
I mean, I did. My second dad, anyway.
I slapped Josh again.
Interesting. Well, some people are luckier than others. Now, Corin tells me that you're from Nicodranus.
We were not from there, but we were there.
Right. Would you consider it your hometown?
No. At least I would.
Place of
I can't
residence?
speak for the others. More like
Place
place of
along the way.
employment.
Yeah.
Place of
I have
employment,
no
I
home.
see. I see. Oh
We
dear.
work based out of there.
Dear, if you need a home, we are here for you.
Thanks.
But so what was it you did in Nicodranus?
Worked for the Adventurers Guild.
Ah, I see. So you're quite experienced in the field?
I'm pretty experienced in most things. Oh, that sounds really weird.
Right.
I swear,
Relatively.
Neski, I'm not flirting with the character.
I mean, I don't care if you do or don't.
Neither of us wants that awkwardness of playing that scene out.
I'll hire someone, it's fine.
If I like just into it, be like, what the fuck?
I'd probably hire Callum, to be honest.
Oh, that's just a normal Saturday night then.
Yeah.
And Iris, you said, yes?
Yep, that's the one. Iris Vigim.
Well, why don't you come into my tent and we'll have a conversation?
Just Iris or
No, all of you.
I like tents. They're like houses, but without walls.
I've got walls.
They're all walls. Full of tenters.
Don't ruin my dreams.
Kind of cramped in here.
I'll just say
Yeah,
I'm
look,
in
we
there.
don't have that many visitors.
Jargrax, scooch.
I feel like
You
my
can
guy
fit,
to
Callum.
fit in
Stand
this,
next to the
like,
lady.
I feel like for my guy to fit in here, I'm like all hunched up, like you know, like you put your shoulders up by your neck.
like Umbrella
like a-
Academy.
Yes.
Well, I would like to welcome you firstly to our encampment. It's not much, but it has been our home for the past. Oh God, I don't even know anymore. A few months at least. Ever since we got word of the Empire's plans to, take what they can.
The Empire's way.
Indeed it is. Now, I suppose we are in need of good fighters.
You've got the wrong group.
Oh,
No, that was a joke. That was a joke.
We're competent at best.
well,
Speak for yourself.
most of
I'll be real,
the
it's not my dad.
rebellion. Most of the rebellion we have is mere farmers to blacksmiths to just a few ex-soldiers. There's maybe 4 among our ranks. Sorry, what was that, Dale?
Blacksmiths are useful.
Oh yes, yes. Gorg is most helpful. But when it comes to the battlefield, we are highly outnumbered in skill and numbers. So, I guess if there's no love lost between you and the Empire, it would be great to have you on board. I can't offer you much except for refuge and safe travels.
Works for me.
I guess we're out of
Hey, I
luck
mean,
for
like,
running.
having a home base is kind of nice.
Fantastic. Well, why don't we, as she pulls out like this keg of Empire rum and splashes it on the table, and just throws some mugs around the table. She goes, well, why don't we get to know each other that little bit better?
I'll drink to that.
And she starts pouring glasses, and she hands
I'm
one
just
to
gonna
Bay, her, and
slide
I
mine.
can,
I'm just
and then
gonna
she
slide
hands
mine
one to
over
you,
to Oz.
Jargax. And you just pass it off. And oh,
Yeah.
rum,
Yeah, I just
rum's
slide it
not
off.
your drink?
I don't drink.
Oh, my mistake. I hope I
religious
didn't offend.
It's okay. It's fine.
Oh, so
Okay,
sorry.
my-
Alcohol,
my-
not a great mix.
My brother would drink enough for both of us.
Gotcha. Is there anything else I can get you then?
I mean, if
Nope.
you guys have any milk or water,
Corey, can you go
Maybe
see
some
if there's any
almond
milk? And Corey just nods and walks off.
do nice.
Well, why don't you tell me what it is you were doing for the guild?
Finding missing farmers.
Up
Missing
near Oakham
farmers.
Oh yeah, there's a
Oakham.
vampire army after the Empire too.
After the Empire?
I think they're just after everything.
But vampires are...
I show them the tooth.
Yeah,
I
look.
mean... The truth...
Better ahead.
There's many things with fangs in this world, my dear, and I've been on quite my share of conquests and never come
you can
across a
you can
vampire.
believe us or not. Like it doesn't really phase us if you do.
There may be a massacre town nearby because they didn't believe us either.
It's not that I don't believe you, dear, it's just a hard one to swallow.
She means Ophemore, by the way.
Means what?
Ophemore by the Mexican
Oh, you mean the
town.
name of the town? Okay, I was just like, what are you talking about?
Well, Uthamore seems like they might have bigger problems, but...
Hard to believe.
Yeah, if that's the case. I mean... Did you see these vampires?
Yep,
Yeah.
we cut the head off
Nope.
one. Till Dickhead lost it.
You lost
Hey,
a
I
vampire
didn't
head?
lose it. I didn't lose it. It left.
You lost it.
And you can just look at Elaine and she just looks completely just... She's not processing. She's just like broken at the moment. She's just like...
It's just the visual.
It's an empty
representation of the
vague,
dial-up tone.
Yeah, exactly. She's just like... I've seen some shit and I've never seen no vampires. Well, if you've managed to kill a vampire, then I think your statements of being mediocre
Oh no, we
fighters
didn't. We
is...
didn't kill it.
We didn't kill it.
It's not dead. No, Lilith
Oh?
took him out.
Yeah, like a stronger being, like basically a goddess thing, kind of like took him out of action for a bit. We took his head to show the townspeople that vampires were real, and then it turns out the head wasn't dead; it was actually alive, and then it turned into mist and disappeared out of the cage that I built for it, or had built for it.
Can I just sit there being like looking in disbelief at the fact you're actually saying this?
Yeah, sure.
Sure.
Why?
Why the fuck would you tell everyone this immediately? Hey, random
not?
person we just met.
Look, I know you said you don't drink. But are you sure you don't need one after that?
Do you even
Look,
believe us?
I've thought about it, but no, I'm
I'm-
good.
I wouldn't say I don't believe you, Dale. I just...
Don't want to.
Just don't
It's a
believe
big
you.
difference to everything that I have known.
That's fair.
In my history of the Empire and the last holy cleansing.
Yeah, they want another one of that.
Sorry?
Vampires want to start another holy war.
Well, that would make sense if they were back. Right. Let's move on from vampires, shall we? Where were you headed?
Back to Nuclear Murder.
Where...
Right. So as far as the vampires are concerned, do you have any leads on where they might be?
We
I thought we were
do,
moving
but
on
we
from
don't have
vampires.
any information about where it is.
Well, what do you have? I might be able to help.
Basically nothing.
Lilith says something about their ancestral homeland. We're telling you all the shit, we might as well tell you everything now. Ancestral homeland, but didn't say where that was. So if you have information on the vampires' ancestral homeland knocking around in your brain.
I mean, only the stories, but I don't know what they could amount to. The stories seem to be wrong at this point.
What are the stories?
Well, the Empire and the vampires shared the homelands until the cleansing, essentially, where the vampires were trying to spread their domain, and the Empire was obviously on the counter on that part. But yeah, the ancestral homelands would, I suppose, if you want to put any weight into it, would be within the Empire.
That'll be
If you wanted a pinpoint location, I can't particularly help. The stories of where they reign were vast, and I mean, not my area of expertise, I'm afraid. So, can I ask a question about
Fire
these
away.
vampires? Why, if you had the head, did you not put it in a river or something?
Shagrax, you want to take this one?
Yeah, your head.
I don't really know what to say to
I mean, you could just be like, you don't really know the ways to kill a vampire, so you'd just be like, I don't know what you're talking about, is
Yeah,
a sensible
like-
answer.
yeah, that's basically, yeah, like, look, to be fair, like, most
Just be
things
like, why
die
would
when
I
you
do
take off
that?
their head, so I thought this would happen too.
I see. Well, well, there's not much information on vampires, but I suppose the history has always said that there's two ways to kill a vampire, and that's running water and to burn it alive, essentially. But
Interesting. That a fire dragon
Yeah.
would not think of burning something alive.
We don't have a fire dragon.
Yeah, we do.
No, we don't.
I thought you could breathe fire because you're a black dragon.
No?
Fear.
I don't breathe anything. I scare things.
Huh.
I'm scary dragon.
He doesn't breathe.
Well,
He lives on
look.
fear.
where, if you were to go and search for these vampires, would you?
Nope.
I struggle to understand the question.
Well, if you are the only ones that know of this threat, would you tell? Would you like to tell people? Like, obviously you've told me, but like, would you? I guess be the start of the next cleansing, or would you try to do it alone?
Huh.
We haven't really thought that far ahead.
Yeah.
Well, if the Empire hadn't become to what it is in these last decade, so I would suggest going and giving this information directly to the Emperor, but
Fuck
I don't
the
know
Emperor.
what good that would do now. Oh, I agree, young Dare, but they were the ones that were successful at vanquishing the vampires in the Holy Wars.
They wouldn't
Well,
believe
let
us
him try
anyway.
again.
What did you say, Dash?
Let him try again.
I mean, that would be the point of telling them.
Why would they believe a bunch of deserters?
I mean, I didn't say I'd tell them.
Fair play.
Are you from the Empire's lands? Are you all deserters? Because if so, then this meeting is far more meant to be than.
I mean, I'm from a very different army.
Side note, Josh, you're a mortal warrior. You're from the mortal plane. You're not from hell.
I know I'm not from there, but like,
Okay,
I'm
cool.
from a very different army. I know
Yeah,
I'm not from
yeah.
there.
I just wanted to get that out.
Wish I was from there though.
That'd be cool.
Then Gyrex would be my real dad.
Okay. Well, in this conversation, Elaine has just gone to heavy drinking at this point. She's just
Not handling it well?
figured fuck it at this point. But
I'm like Stone Cold Steve Austin with my 2 beers.
she does say she knows some people that might be able to help, and she's happy to try and get word to them. These people are more historically adept than she is. But for the most part, I suppose it comes down to you guys if you have any questions.
Brother, don't you know someone who might be able to help with that?
I mean,
Good
I might
dad.
know a guy. I could know a guy.
And so you don't want me to send word to?
Oh no, by all means send word.
Okay,
all the
well,
help we can
Yeah.
get.
Yeah, I'll just send my own word. We'll send 2 different words. My word, your word.
alright, and then we'll get the information together and come up with a plan from there, I guess.
Hopefully the words match.
So
That
what's
would-
your
that
big
would be
battle
ideal.
plan?
For the, well,
Not for the
Nicodranus
vampires.
has always been the last, well, not Nicodranus per se, but the coast has always been the last refuge for many that are looking to get away from the Empire. There's many former Empire civilians down here, and with the Empire coming through, I'm sure you've noticed the added hostilities and killings,
Oh,
punishments.
last time we went there were 3 deserters and 4 bodies. That was great.
Yes, they quite often. If they ask you something and it comes back that you weren't 100% truthful, you're as guilty as those deserting.
Oh, this person was 0% truthful. They deserved it.
Fantastic.
They had it coming.
Well, if that's the case, it's not my place to be involved. I am merely hoping to raise a rebel army to stand against this last refuge, or stand with this last refuge against the Empire's domain.
So you could say that you're the last hope?
Well, I am not nearly the only one.
It's probably like
There's-
18 Kevins involved.
You didn't get my reference.
I got your reference.
Oh, okay.
I didn't get the reference.
Just
She's making a Star Wars joke.
But there's no Star Wars Last Hope. One thing she said, you're the New Hope. Who the fuck's the Last Hope?
I don't know. I'm
Rebellion.
not good with this reference shit.
At least you tried, honey. Point
Well,
to
yeah,
God.
if you guys have any question for Elaine, she's probably finished questioning you all now. I think she's had more than enough of whatever this conversation is.
Yeah, she's just like spent the whole conversation like, what?
Can I have my
Fuck.
walking
Oh yeah,
stick
she's
back?
just been drinking. I mean, yeah, it's just sitting outside the tent.
Thank you. They took it off me, so I'm kind of walking blind.
Yeah, you can never be too safe. Wizards, warlocks, those walking sticks can quite often double as a weapon.
Does that mean I can get my shit back?
I mean, you have agreed to help us. So
Yeah, I'm one of the boys.
I am happy to allow you all to have your weapons back at this stage. And as you go out to get your weapons, Steve's like, "Hey, stop that!" Oh, yep, sorry, Elaine. They can. Okay.
Yeah, fuck you, Steve. Do what you want. When
And
Elaine says
Corin,
again.
Corin comes back. Elaine, I couldn't find any milk. I mean, I did, but it wasn't good.
I just want to do like a really slow head turn, just look the elf like dead in the eyes.
Why the elf?
I know,
'Cause
sorry.
Corin's the elf. Yeah.
Yeah. What are you on about? Fuck you, Cal. Trying to confuse me.
I'm
You
confused.
limp donkey.
Corin's been the elf the whole time. How are you confused, Callum?
Why is he angry at Corin?
Because she
Because
didn't bring
Corin
milk.
couldn't find me milk. And I never said I was angry, I just said I did a very slow, deliberate turn and just looked Corin in the eyes. Whether or not she thinks I'm angry is up to her.
No, I was
should've
thinking
done a
Corin
gold
was
head
with
turn.
us the entire time. And it was
No.
Steve that went and got us.
No, Corin went to get the milk. And she apologizes to Jarlax.
That's okay.
And then she just goes back to food. So, you're welcome to spend the night here and as many as you need, but this word of
Okay, Cal.
vampires is really... It's really something.
Telling us.
I don't have any plan for what that could be.
What was your plan pre-vampire news?
I mean, just to hinder the Imperial soldiers as long as I could.
I mean,
As
the
long as we
vampires might
could.
do that for you.
I mean, that would be... What's the word I'm looking for? It would be rather... A double-edged sword, that one, I think. It would...
Then they've got a vampire army the size of the Imperial army.
I mean, it could be good. They could withdraw their soldiers from the coast if they're... True, if I am correct in saying that the vampire homeland is the same land, then it would definitely bring the fight closer to home for them.
How many stories are told in the Empire of the Vampires? 'Cause I've never heard of them before.
I mean, the Holy War is well documented.
He came from under a rock.
Several rocks, dear.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I think it's getting a bit too late to get into the full story now. But essentially, the Empire was once a small, it was merely a city. That's all it was. A few outskirts and a few others until the reigning king at the time amassed the armies and got the other villages on board to challenge the vampires and united most of the continent, really, under the one banner. Upon vanquishing the vampire hordes, the emperor gave away the 4 chunks of land to those that had helped the cause the most. So you have the coastline. I can't remember the other 2, and the empire, and they divided the continent equally, and it was quite peaceful for many, many years. But it's getting late. I think we should reassess what our plan is in the morning. I am happy to help you in this vampire endeavor however I can. But I need reassurance that you'll do your part for the cause at the same time.
Sure.
See what happens. Take it as it comes.
Yes, most definitely. If the opportunity arises to hinder the Empire, that is what we shall do. If we get a lead on these vampires, that's where we shall go. Now, as for Nicodranus, if I can get word in there Do you have anything to report to your guildmaster?
We
Would
found
it
the
be
missing
worth
people.
telling him about the vampires?
Oh, it's definitely worth telling him about the vampires. That's like the most important thing we have to do right now.
Seif's a
Well,
darling.
actually,
He would
one
know.
of them.
Yeah, Seif is a real darling. He'd know exactly what to do.
I can. Do you trust this man?
I mean,
Icon, he's talking to you.
Sorry, what? I zoned out.
Do you trust this guildmaster of yours?
I trust him.
Then I will send one of my more swift men out to deliver word of your whereabouts, and
Oh, don't tell him my whereabouts.
you don't wish to see him?
We can come to him.
Okay, I will send one of my men and find a meeting place for you and your guildmaster. And,
We don't know how trustworthy people can be these days.
well, that's why I asked. Alright, well, feel free to take any tent that's empty at the time. I'll see you in the morning. If I can even sleep with the thought of these fucking vampires. As she takes one of the kegs of rum with her. She fucks off to a tent.
Alrighty. That was
I was promised mead.
I feel like she just left the keg and Cam's just sitting there like, but I was promised some.
Yeah.
Oh, go talk to somebody.
I'm talking to the guy outside the tent.
Oh,
Just yelling it out. I was promised mead!
by whom?
A guy. I don't fucking know what he looks like. He said we had
Oh,
great
but
mead
you should
here.
ask him about mead. As he walks off, just like, I don't know these people. Alright, well, you guys can go to bed or do whatever you want.
shall we
I'm
revisit the
going to
blacksmith?
bed.
No?
What was the
Jagrax?
question?
I mean, I'm gonna go back to the blacksmith dude.
That's what I was asking.
Oh,
That's exactly what I was just saying.
I didn't hear him. I just heard him go Jagrax. I was like, what? Like, what do you want?
I said, are we going to go back to the blacksmith?
Oh,
And you
I,
take
didn't
Ah.
hear that, I didn't hear that bit.
Ah, dragon people.
this is us.
Well, I haven't really had much time to look about.
That's fair.
Can I suggest you come back in the morning?
Yeah, that's cool.
Cool.
I'm gonna go sleep.
My apologies again.
As an answer to your question from before, if you have any scythes, that'd be kind of cool.
Scythes. Well, that's an
Yes.
interesting weapon.
Why would you want a farming scythe?
I didn't ask for a farming scythe.
He just wanted
They're
a
not-
scythe.
They're not practical weapons.
That's
They are when the
debatable.
Grim Reaper uses them.
That's debatable.
But he
Machine-
uses them to carve through people like he's farming.
Did you ever think that's what Oz wants to do?
Sure, I'm going to take them out by the ankles.
Did we not at the start of this campaign say we were going to find a farm and settle down? I'm preparing.
Alright, so you all go off to bed for the night, I presume.
Yeah.
Sure.
Cool.
That counts as a long rest, doesn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, you guys can have a full rest here.
Yeah.
I want to
full
put
rest, you
2
say.
of those into there. That makes it back up to 5. Sweet.
Saves.
Yeah, and now it's morning.
Yay.
Yay.
Alright.
Times. I was waiting for us to wake up and see everyone's dead and be like, what the fuck?
No.
This is my turn.
Alright. Everything is... Yeah. Alright. Ash, I'm just gonna move you out of there for now.
Okay.
Set up a conversation. Alright, cool. Yeah, so it's the next morning. Not much has happened. It's actually been probably the best night's sleep you guys have had in a very long time.
Yeah.
Even though you're in tents, it was actually more comfortable than that inn you stayed in Othamore. And it's the first time you've actually slept with nothing really on your mind that something's wrong. You know what I mean? Like, you just had like a peaceful, relaxed, you know you're inside walls, there's no vampires trying to kill you. Good sleep.
Alrighty.
Josh, I presume you're
Yeah.
talking to old mate first thing in the morning.
Of course I am.
I'm back.
Dude,
Ugh.
I slept outside his tent waiting.
He gets out, he stretches out of his tent. Oh, good morning. Yes, I looked around last night to see what I could find, and you know what I learnt?
What?
Enemy size.
You Dragonborns are a funny shape.
Yes.
Shape of dragons.
I don't have a helmet that'll fit you, I'm afraid. But I went digging through the chests of what we have pillaged, and I found some interesting things.
I like interesting things.
He's gonna send a picture through to you, Josh.
Ooh, I like pictures. Story time.
Okay, it didn't copy.
I just have a
A
full stop. That's
drag.
it.
Yeah, it's how I get to your page the quickest.
Ooh.
And as for you, other Dragonborn, I found some trinkets.
Ooh.
Nothing. I don't understand what any of them do. They're not my forte, but they're in a box if you'd like to have a look.
Everything good I've got coming out of a box, so
Well, that's
bodes well.
quite intriguing. Well, I have one thing. It doesn't quite. It might not fit, but let's try, shall we?
Indeed. Ooh.
And while you guys,
Bop, and I hear Ozzy go, ooh.
um, is this the other one that I was gonna give you?
I like.
And as for Josh, I don't think.
Whoa.
Oh, Dragonborn. The big one, not the small one.
Figured.
I
Yeah.
might have something else that interests you, but
Oh, I'm in.
it probably won't be cheap.
I'm in.
Fuck, I forgot we have to pay for these things.
I mean, what about your other companions? Do they need anything?
Don't forget I'm your money bag.
Elaine walks over to Callum at the fireplace. Do you mind if I ask you a question?
Oh, as many as you like. I'll answer as well as I can.
I know you said earlier that your parents have a horrible joke about your name and your eyes, and it makes sense.
Mhm.
And you needed your walking stick.
Yeah.
Would you by chance like a more ornate one that I took off at Inquisitor once?
An eye?
Not an eye, a walking stick, you moppet.
Oh, I think you said eye, and I was like, what?
Yeah, that she took.
Are you talking about the cane sword or the quarterstaff?
No.
Quarterstaff.
She's talking about a quarterstaff.
I mean, sure. It won't make much difference to me, but if it makes you feel better.
I mean, I'm just offering it. Just seems like something that you might like. If you don't want it, you don't have to have it.
Oh, I'll gladly accept. I don't have anything to trade for it. I can, if anyone here is feeling a bit nauseous, I can probably help them with that.
I mean, I took this off someone I knew once. I'm glad to say they're now dead.
Is that a good
But-
glad to say?
Oh yes, it's a very good glad to say they were a horrible person. In
Oh,
fact,
okay.
they're probably the reason there was people strung up in Nicodranus.
Ah,
Dude, nice.
And she pulls out this ornate stick that is exactly like your quarterstaff, but with an ornate snake wrapping around it.
okay. I feel it. I give it a feel over and I say, what is this wrapping around it?
It's the coil of a viper.
Viper. Interesting. Well, thank you very much. Again, if anyone here is feeling a bit sick, nor has a wound they want tending to, I'm relatively good at that.
Well, if anybody comes back injured, we'll let you know.
Well, thank you again very much.
Oh, not a problem. We'll go back to Jargax and Icon.
I need to know what this thing costs. Told me it'd be expensive. That's all he said.
Which thing?
The axe.
The axe. I see.
Goggles too.
I'm not exactly here to make a king of a buck, but everything I earn goes towards the group, as it may be, and to buy more wares to repair the gear that we already have. Now, I can charge you straight coin, or I can put your adventuring to use.
I mean, I can go either or. I also have items I can trade. If trade's helpful.
Can you go either or?
Pardon?
Can you go either or? Again, I am your money bag, so you have to ask me.
I like only for using the money. That's what I said. Like I'm talking either or. Like I could do adventuring stuff, or I could just trade you shit.
Well, we have a surplus of rather, average swords. Our men aren't exactly well trained enough for fantastic weaponry. Though, I suppose I could see what you had. I mean, if you could do this job for me, though, I'd be much obliged.
What's the job? I like jobs.
Well, we sent out some men looking for some ore so I could do a bit better repairing into this cave that we found just down the way. They never returned. I'd like to at least return their bodies to the camp so that everybody knows what happened, or if they're not dead, that they ran away.
So you need someone to look for them.
Yeah, call it a rescue mission if you must.
So where are they? At least where did they go missing?
Well, there's this cave. It's probably about half a day's travel to the east of here. You'll find it in amongst the heading towards the mountain range. And of course, if you do find any ore, it would be fantastic for us here. I can consider that payment.
I can do that.
Fantastic.
Wait,
Other dragon man.
Wait, I haven't clarified. Do I take the
Yes.
axe now, or do I take it when I'm done?
I mean, I would feel more comfortable giving it to you when you're done.
Yeah, fair enough. Just checking.
How about these goggles?
Do they fit?
I would like to try them on.
They fit.
They fit.
Well, then they are. I don't know what they are, so I can't quite offer you a price. But again, you can have them if you help with your friend.
What's the dude's name again? It's Grub, isn't it?
Grog.
Grog.
I was close.
Yeah, that works.
Oh, little lady, is there anything that I might have something here for you, but I don't
like knives.
I'm sure you do.
Also, Callum, you've got a standard ass shield, don't you?
Yeah.
I'm going to gift you an item.
Changing shields does nothing for me.
Callum, I'm going to give you an item.
He only ever has it on his back anyway.
Yeah, I very rarely pull it off.
If you ever do pull it off, I'm giving you an item.
Okay.
Take that.
What is this? Oh, you're giving me that. Okay. Why?
Because I've got a new shield.
Oh, God.
Do you?
Yeah, take it.
You give me one?
That was the new shield.
No, the other one that you literally just sent to me.
Yeah, he's not
Just
giving you
showing what he's
things.
got.
Oh, I thought you said he was giving me that and then I could buy the other thing.
No.
That's a shame. I now have two
reply to me in
shields.
Discord if you need to, or on here. Either way.
Okay, never mind, Callum. I'm not giving you that for the moment.
I don't think you're Indian. You can't do that.
They're shopping, Ash. Relax.
Can't.
Let's go shopping.
They're window shopping.
Does he just have like a pile of stuff?
Yeah, he's got in like his tent. He just has boxes that they've taken from like off wagons and dead soldiers that they've beat down from the Empire.
Does my staff have a special card, or is it just another staff that just looks fancy?
As far as you know at the moment, it's a basic bitch staff.
Fair enough.
Just with a nice ornate wrapping on it.
Normal
But if anybody
damage
ever
and stats and
identifies it or
everything.
anything,
Might be able to help you with that later.
um,
I'm gonna get some cool goggles.
just seeing if there's anything else that I can give to Ash. Yeah, you know what? Ash, in the box that Aussies going through, you kind of take a glance at this one item and just like have a look at it.
Can I do an Arcana check on the box?
Give me a sec. Ash has just said to me stuff. So Ash wants to find out if Gorg can identify the sacrificial dagger. Is it Empire related? This is quite a very ornate dagger. The gems in here must be worth a fortune on their own. Though I would not say this is Empire material. I don't think I could tell you where this was crafted. It's quite unique. And he hands it back to you, Ash.